Hello and welcome back to the Haley Daily. We are making a strawberry cake just in time for Valentine's Day. I've already set my oven to 300 degrees Fahrenheit and I have prepared two 9-inch round cake pans, greased them and set them aside. So we're going to begin by creaming together our butter. So we have about 3/4 cup of melted butter and 2.5 cups of sugar, 5 eggs brought to room temperature, we're going to use an electric hand mixer, but if you have a stand mixer, that's fine as well. You're just going to beat everything until it is a nice pale yellow color. I'm just going to add about a teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. Stir that in. I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of sour cream. Stir in the sour cream. We have about 3.5 cups of cake flour. We're gonna slowly add this in. I am adding this in by hand so we do not overbeat it to where the cake gets tough. It's gonna look kind of thick, but we're gonna add strawberry puree to the batter so it'll smooth out. I'm gonna add 4 teaspoons of baking powder and a teaspoon of kosher salt. Stir that in. Now I'm going to add 2 cups of strawberry puree. You can do store-bought if you like, otherwise it's super easy to make at home. It's just 3 ingredients, just strawberries, sugar, and lemon juice. I'm just gonna fold this into the batter. This is what will give it that nice pink color. If you would like it to be more pink, let's say you're doing it for a gender reveal cake, you can add a couple drops of red food coloring, which will really kind of enhance that pink color. So I have my 2 9-inch round cake pans that I've already greased and are ready to go, and I'm just going to separate the batter between the two. This batter is so good. It is going to be so hard to resist licking the bowl. Now I'm just going to put these into our preheated oven and let them bake for about 30 to 40 minutes or until a toothpick comes out clean. Open the oven. I have pulled the cakes out of the oven about an hour ago and they have cooled, so now we're gonna start building our frosting. I'm gonna set these aside. So I'm just gonna take a large bowl and 1.5 quarts of heavy whipping cream. Oh, it's frozen. Pretend it's not. And 1.5 cups of powdered sugar and a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And we are just gonna beat this until it is nice and fluffy in the consistency that we want. So I finished beating the frosting off camera. You can see it's this rich, thick, creamy texture, just the way we want it. And since I am not in my usual kitchen, I'm working with what I have available to me. So I'm using the base of this cake transportation carrier as my cake base. I'm just gonna take a little bit of this frosting just to the center of this to help give our cake something to stick to. So you want your cake to be as flat as possible to make the stacking easier. I don't have an offset spatula with me, so I'm just using this spatula, and I'm going to put some of this whipped cream right in the center and just kind of go back and forth. If you need more, you can always add more. This could be as thick or thin as you'd like it, as long as your frosting can bear the weight of it. Now I will take the second layer. So again, I'm gonna stack a bunch of this frosting right on the top, and with that same technique, push back and forth as evenly as possible. And then when you get to the sides, we could just use the excess frosting that's hanging off to kind of start frosting the sides. Now I'm going to frost the rest of this cake off camera, and we will return for the finishing touches. So I finished frosting this cake off camera, and now we are going to add the finishing touches by just taking whatever leftover strawberries we have from our strawberry puree and cutting them up however you like. I'm gonna kind of just start putting them right in the middle, however I like. Honestly, it doesn't matter what you do on the top. The cake is going to be delicious no matter what. And that is it. Now for the best part, let's cut this cake open and taste it. Oh my goodness, so delicious. Absolutely delicious. Thank you for joining me on the Haley Daily. I hope that your Valentine's Day is full of love, laughter, and good food.